Ay, man. Now we're having issues, and right before I was gonna get the exit of the customer, that light turned on, and it seems to be that we may have a pretty serious problem. All right, guys, so I was heading to my customer right now, and I think we may be having an issue. Not good. You guys can see right there, I have the malfunction light here. So I went ahead and connected the Detroit software. Initially, I thought it was just maybe the fuel filters, because that light will also turn on when the fuel filters get like that. And it'll say that the dozer is low on pressure. So it turned on just as I was going to pass a TA. So I stopped here because I don't have any filters on board, which I'm still going to use to go ahead and get taken care of. But let me show you guys what came up on the computer. So we have a code for, where is it at? The turbo charger speed below threshold high box. So that's probably the turbo sensor. It's not reading correctly. Everything seems to be plugged in good and all that stuff on the turbo. Man, let's see, I'm gonna go to instrumentation. If you guys notice right here, the turbo speed is 5,000. We have it at idle. So even if I raise my idle, it'll still stay at 5,000. So that means that turbo sensor is not reading correctly. The procedure calls for me to test the actuator, which I'm gonna do so. I might just pull the sensor off because it is a magnetic sensor. Maybe it's just a little bit dirty. And see if that fixes it. I haven't turned off the truck. Oh man, I'm telling you, if it ain't one thing, it's another, right? I mean, it's pulling good and everything, but initially I thought I was like almost 100% sure that it was the fuel filters because it's done that before, and I usually know it's the filter, but that might indicate it being a different problem. That speed, when I raise it, should, even at idle right now, should be at least 7, 8, 9, 10,000 because I've done it before and it's not moving at all. So that sensor is not marking. So hey YouTube, can anybody guess where I'm at? Golly, I'm underneath the truck here. So let me show you guys what I'm doing. I'm gonna do the best I can because it's kind of like awkward angles and stuff. So this right here is the wiring harness that connects to your turbo actuator, turbo speed sensor, and turbo temperature, outlet temperature sensor. This is the way I found the wire right here. And it goes up all the way there. Right there. So the problem is this thing, get you guys here closer. This clip right here is where this rides on, but there's supposed to be wire loom around here. So this clip was like just moving like, kind of like this while you're in motion. And I was afraid of the wires being cut or frayed and it was grounding out, but that wasn't the case, but it's missing the wire loom. I was gonna try to remove this completely. I actually took off the clips. The problem is, let me see where my screwdriver is so I can point it to you guys. There is the oil temperature sensor, which is right there. Let's see if I can get some light. Some more light. Man, I hate this stupid light. You see that sensor there? That one right there? It is a pain in the ass to get it off. Normally you gotta get the filters off. It's the oil temperature sensor, and I've broken that one before trying to take it off. And due to the fact that I'm in a truck stop right now, I don't want to take that chance because I wanted to be able to pull this out through up there and be able to put Tessa tape all the way around. So I'm just gonna do it up until I can, and I'm gonna put new wire loom around it, but it's definitely not gonna be wiring related. It's definitely gonna be the sensor. So I'll get back with you guys and show you guys the finished product there. I needed to make sure that it wasn't the wiring, because I hadn't seen this. The wire loom was just all shitty, man. It was like this, just really brittle and crunchy, and it was just non-existent. The heat just got to it. So I'm gonna go ahead and test and tape that bad boy up and put new wire loom, but I just wanted to verify that it was not wiring. And at this point, it doesn't appear to be wiring. So the sensor did start working yesterday. Sorry guys, I'm kind of laying down here, and because it hurts to have your neck like that. It did start working yesterday. I do have that sensor at the house on the old turbo. That turbo sensor, I think it's like $400 and something. So due to the fact that it started working again, I'm just gonna leave it alone, get home, and then I'll just put the other one on, because I wasn't able to find that sensor here locally in Joplin, so that's why I didn't even get it done. But yeah, I'll get back to you guys. It's hotter than crazy here. I'm already sweating like hell, but I needed to put my eyeballs on this, and I'm glad I kind of did, because I didn't know that it was like that. It just like got really chewed up and messed up. Wire loom shouldn't look something like that. All right guys, so I went ahead and put some Tessa tape right here. I was really trying to go up all the way over there, but that other part is just a straight shot, and I'll be able to put some wire loom to it. I gotta get some better wire loom. This one's not that great, and I think the heat is just destroying it, because I already had fixed this once. It wasn't this type of wire loom that I used. I just gotta get like something that's a little bit higher temp, you know. But this will at least protect it to not mess up, you know. Let's see. Okay. Oh man. Let's see. It's like I've always said, guys, it's not really hard. It's just a really big pain in the ass. You know what? I'm just gonna make it kind of just guesstimate, and we'll cut it down here if we need to. But at least this will protect the wires from rubbing. You know what I mean? That's what we don't want. Would help if I could see what the hell I'm doing. Jeez Louise, man. This would be a lot easier if these were off, but I just don't have I just can't do that right now. I'm here at Petro, at Joplin Petro, and the last thing they need right now is for them to, there's a security guard going around and stuff, and the last thing I need right now is for him to be like, hey, can't be doing that here. Which has happened to me before in the past. I've had this light forever and it works great, and that piece of shit that I got doesn't work nearly at all. So you guys can see that I got everything taped up right here. And I went ahead and put the new wire loom there. I'll show you guys how I did it up there. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and clean the connectors. I've said this before, but any of you new subscribers, this stuff right here, guys, works really good. Since I took it apart, I'm gonna go ahead and clean them. Might as well, we're already here. It's not gonna take me but a second to do it, you know? And you just simply spray it in there. Just like so. It just cleans all that shit out of there, you know what I mean? Oh shit, I'm already running now. Or whoa. Come on. All right, so that should be good enough. So now we're just gonna kind of shake them. Just this stuff dries really quick, and even if you put it on wet, it'll dry. But I generally, whenever I have shop air, I'll just spray it with shop air, you know. And these go like that. One and two. Come on, get in there. Don't make me. There we go. All right. We're gonna go ahead and plug this thing here. Just want to make sure no dirt went in there. Heard the click, then you just push this little red thing over. Click, red thing over. Click, get in here, click. Yep, there it is. There we go. And what I do is I just put a zip tie around that because those have came apart on me before. All right, guys, so this is the finished product. Got everything connected here. Let me just kind of get in there. It's really tight here. Now you guys can see. Let me see if I can get this stupid light to work. So you guys can see. There's that wire right there. That wire right there is the one that was completely exposed. So now it has wire loom all the way around it, and it's protected. Everything is connected. You see this right here, guys? This hose right here is the one for the OPS that goes back to the tank, and you guys can see the way it comes from the top or whatever. I always mention to, whenever you're underneath the truck, like pay attention to things. So here, this hose right here was rubbing against this clamp right here. So what I went ahead and did is I went ahead and put that blue piece of hose right here to protect the hose from end up getting a hole because of that. So those are the type of things that I'm always looking for when I'm underneath the truck, but that definitely looks a lot better. Goes up all along right there. So it definitely was not wiring. It was more than likely the sensor. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do, guys, is I'm gonna go ahead and clean up my mess here. I got like little hose clamps and stuff like that. I know that most drivers don't do it, but I'm not that type of driver that makes a mess in the truck stop and just leaves it there. I'm at least gonna pick up my mess. Nobody came and bothered me. I feel a lot better with that like that now. I'm glad I took the time to check it. I'm actually gonna go ahead and grease the truck up right now. I'm already dirty, nasty, stinky, and shitty here, you know what I mean? Man, I don't know, let me see if I can show you guys. So I guess there must have been, I don't know if you guys can see it, right around like around there. But there must have been like a cattle hauler here, man, because it literally stinks like shit down here. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna go to get my mess cleaned up and then get myself cleaned up. After I do, I'm gonna go ahead and adjust brakes and check oils, all that stuff. And I'll get right back with you guys. I'll film a little bit more on top because right here it's uncomfortable. I'm literally laying on my side right now, and I'll get back right at you guys. Oh man, it is hot out there. I am sweating like crazy. My whole entire shirt is like if you had threw me in a pool. And got oil. I had all that stuff falling in my eyes. I had to put, you know, the safety glasses on and stuff. But right now we got the truck running. It's still good to go. No check engine lights, as you guys can see. I don't know what happened with that sensor. I don't know why it just, I mean, that part of the sensor where it goes in the turbo gets really hot. It's exposed to 400 degrees sometimes of temperature. You know, the temperature outside doesn't really help. And when you're pulling loads and stuff like that. So I don't know if it just maybe for a moment lost resistance in there or whatever. All it is just a magnetic sensor or whatever. But I wanted to put my eyeballs on the wires. Once I saw the wires when I started messing around with the sensor yesterday when I stopped here or whatever to see what the problem was, I was like, I gotta check those wires because maybe it might be a wiring problem. I was kind of suspecting that wasn't the issue though, due to the fact that the code that it gave me wasn't saying that it was short at low or short at high. That would be a high indicator that it's wiring. Usually when the sensor completely goes out, it'll just show open. And it wasn't showing that. It was just saying, I guess that the data was erratic. So for the time being, it's working right now. I went ahead and made it nice and pretty again. And it's not just a matter of making it nice and pretty or whatever, even though I am OCD and I like to look at things and make sure that they're nice and neat and organized and 10 million zip ties on it. You know what I'm saying? But the main purpose was to protect the wire from rubbing against that clamp or rubbing against the block, tearing the insulation on the wire, and then it's going to end up causing, you know, a short to ground. So that's basically the reason on why I wanted to do this or whatever. I think what I'm going to do for the rest of the day right now is it's already 3:30 in the afternoon. I kind of woke up late. I wanted to sleep in a little bit. I got up until Monday. It's currently Saturday. I'll take off tomorrow. I'm 5 hours away or whatever to go to Garland, and then I'll deliver first thing Monday morning in Garland, then drop in Hook and Mesquite, and cross my fingers I'm able to get another load from that same exact place, from that same broker, possibly going to the house or to Albuquerque. So keep your fingers crossed, guys. Yeah, guys, that's what I got done. You know, I mean, I went ahead and checked the rest of the truck out. I greased it, checked tire pressures, oils, water, you know, all that stuff. And this is the type of stuff that I continue to preach to any of my new owner operators that are currently watching this video, or even if you're a current owner operator, when you get a chance, you know, I know it's messy, I know it's dirty, you get all dirty, full of grease and stuff like that. That's why I got my coveralls with me, and I got gloves, you know, wipes to be able to wipe yourself off, and definitely have a shower to take a shower into right now, which I'm going to do in a minute. But it just saves you money in the long run, and it gives you that peace of mind. You know, I could have just rolled today in the morning and said, hey, screw it, it's working. But that's just not me, man. I want to know that it's good. So that doesn't necessarily mean that it's not going to still fail. It's a possibility that the sensor can fail again. But if that happens on the way over there, I'm not going to have a choice but to keep on rolling. Due to the fact that it's Sunday, nothing's open. So If that happens to be the case, I think we'll be okay. But then again, it's an electronic component. It can fail at any moment. It doesn't care about your feelings. It's a machine. You know what I'm saying? But worst case scenario, I'll stop at the Freightliner there and see if I can get a sensor there and, you know, do the same thing again, replace it there in Weatherford or whatever, and then get home. But I'm hoping and praying that it works out to where I'm able to get home. And even if it's still working when I get home, I got another one there that I know works. It's a used one from the old one, but I know it works. I'm just going to go ahead and change it because I don't want to be dealing with it out here on the road. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to get my nasty, sweaty, greasy ass in the shower.
Like, share, and subscribe.